Hi, welcome to the Leadership Loft. I'm Stephen Mather. On this channel, I answer questions from my thousands of online leadership and management students, as well as common queries I get from people that attend my programs in person. Now, if you're a member of the ProPEC Management Training School on the LinkedIn group, and by the way, if you're not, why not? It's free and you can connect with free resources and other leaders and managers. But anyway, if you are a member, you will have seen a post that I put up there about a week ago about LeJog. LeJog stands for Land's End to John O'Groats, which is a sort of iconic challenge in the UK. Basically, it's going from the most southerly tip of the UK in the southwest of England to the northernmost tip of Scotland. And I joined an organised ride to complete this on a bike in 12 days. It's just shy of 1,000 miles on the route that we were going to take. So the news is that I'm back home after physically breaking down on the second day. I had lots of people giving me support and some had contributed to my chosen charity, so I felt a duty to let people know that I had not been able to complete it and had stopped very early in the challenge. So on social media I posted something like, I'd failed to make it to the end. I had a lot of very nice messages telling me that they were glad that I was okay and not to beat myself up about it. But I also had lots of people telling me that no, I hadn't failed, that I'd raised awareness for my chosen charity, and that just by trying I had already succeeded. Of course, I understood their wish to reassure me and I appreciated the positive intentions, but it got me thinking more about this word failure and our relationship to it. I actually mentioned the possibility of failure in my LinkedIn video last week, so I wanted to talk more about how we should think about failure. So here's my view. People who never fail are people who never try. People who never try are people who never achieve. So, logically, we have to get comfortable with the concept of failure. But what are we failing at is the question. And does failing at something make you a failure in yourself? In life and work, we set goals and then try to achieve them. Some goals are relatively easy to achieve and others are more difficult. The whole point about a goal is to imagine a future where you have initiated a change of some kind. And this means that we have to acknowledge the possibility that for whatever reason, it is possible that the changed future that we imagined did not come to fruition. You know, if there's no possibility of this happening, then what's the point in setting a SMART goal or otherwise? The possibility of failure is what makes a goal worthwhile. So, failure just means that we have not managed to achieve the goal that we wanted to. But this does not extend to every area of our life or personality. So while I failed to achieve the LeJog on this occasion, it doesn't make me a failure. I have and continue to succeed in other areas of life and in other projects and goals. So I just need to take a realistic and rational view of failure. Let's repeat this. Failure to achieve a goal does not make you a failure. It just means that we've not achieved a specific goal. If we find ourselves regularly failing at lots of parts of our life, there can be many reasons for this, including that maybe we are setting ourselves goals that are either unachievable or very difficult. In my online courses, I cover SMART goal setting in a big way. But suffice to say that if we are regularly setting goals that score very low on our achievability measure, then we shouldn't be surprised if our strike rate is quite low. Now, this doesn't mean that you should automatically stop setting yourself challenging goals from time to time, but it does mean we have to prepare mentally for what this means. Of course, there is a negative correlation here. The higher the difficulty level, the lower the chance of achieving it. That's just logical. So how do we cope with failure? Firstly, as I've said, realise its boundaries. Not achieving something does not generalise to everything and should not be taken as evidence of some personality weakness. Don't label yourself a failure, but be willing to acknowledge the reality of what has happened. Next question is, what can I learn from this experience? For my attempt at Le Jog, it was clear that I had not sufficiently prepared for the steep hill climbing required on the first 2 days. I managed the first 80-mile day, including elevation gain of over 6,000 feet, but the second day was simply too much for me. Another question is, do I want to try again? So if I do, I have a number of options. I could lose more weight, practice more hill climbing on the bike. I could even take longer and reduce the number of miles each day. I could do a smaller challenge first to test my new levels of fitness, and so on. Anyway, it's up to me. I can even choose to say this challenge is not worth the effort required. I do take heart that I worked hard. I lost about 30 pounds during my prep, cycled hundreds of miles during my training, saw some amazing parts of the country, had the excitement of trying something new and being part of an exciting team. So, in summary, don't be afraid of failure. Acknowledge it when it happens. It's a natural part of existence and an important way that we learn. It's feedback, so listen to it, adjust and decide on your way forward. Will I try again? Maybe. I'm not ready to commit to that just yet, but I definitely want to continue riding my bike and enjoying staying fit and healthy. Yes, I did raise awareness for my chosen charity and I did raise some money. And I got fitter. If I do choose to try again, I already have some things that I know that I will need to do. I need to lose another at least 30 pounds. I also need a lighter bike, but that's for another time. That's it for now. Thank you for listening. For more evidence-based information about how to be a successful leader, you can access my courses through the links below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and our LinkedIn group to get more free content. Thank you. Bye for now.